Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. One other piece of information that seemingly divided the internet not that long ago was the case of Mahmoud Khalil. In fact, even Candace Owens defended Mahmoud Khalil, saying that it was not a good decision on Trump's administration's behalf to deport a green card holder that actually supports terror and actually supports getting rid of or annihilating the Jewish people. Like, honestly, where Candace Owens is at the moment, it's really concerning. She's a bad faith actor at the moment, and she's gone so far right that it's become the right woke or something along those lines. A woke dingbat, let's just call them that, okay? It's become wokeness has now turned from left insanity to now right insanity, and you've got lots of these bad faith actors defending the wrong kinds of people. Now, if you are in a Western country and you are supporting terror or you are doing protests that are supporting terror, you do not deserve to be in a democracy. You do not deserve to be in this kind of country and freedom. Because I don't want someone that supports a terror organization that knows that I'm going to be the one that cops it, first and foremost. Not them. They're going to be the ones that are lashing out at me. I don't want those sorts of people in my country. Thank you very much. And Mahmoud Khalil was in America on a green card. And the internet blew up because, well, ladies and gentlemen, a protest broke out. Even though he was not at the protest, he was an organizer of the protest. You don't have to be at the protest to not get in trouble. Like, if you are the organizer of the protest, you're definitely going to get in trouble. And I made a clear statement in one of the videos that I made that if you are the ringleader, Trump is making a statement to everyone. He's going after the ones that are starting the problems and even the ones that are sympathizing and actually joining in with the problem. So the ones that are getting caught, which several students that were illegals or on a green card or whatever else ended up being deported because they were supporting terror. And he's going after and making a statement saying, if you come into this country and you're here on a green card or you're here illegally and you support terror, doesn't matter who you are, you're out. And obviously, the mainstream media had a field day with it. You can't be kicking out Mahmoud Khalil. And you had Mahmoud Khalil's wife that was just as bad as Mahmoud, if not worse. And she's now pregnant. So guess what? She's going to stay in America by the looks of things, but Mahmoud's going. See ya. A judge recently ruled that Trump and his administration are able to deport Mahmoud Khalil. Now, recently, Piers Morgan of Piers Morgan Uncensored decided to drop some truth bombs. I never thought that I would say that in a sentence, but nevertheless, some things that Piers Morgan says I actually happen to agree with. So he went on Bill Maher's show recently. Again, Bill Maher, wow, I never thought that I would be agreeing with Bill Maher either, but alas, here I am. Times are changing, people, when information is shown and the truth is revealed. So Piers is dropping some truth bombs in regards to Mahmoud Khalil, the case against Mahmoud Khalil, and stuns people in the audience. Have a watch.
Okay with that.
All right, what if I was a young student at Columbia, they're on a green card, British, come in, happy to be here, do all my paperwork, get to Columbia, and I start leading a group which is a bunch of white supremacists, and we start terrorizing black students in the way that they were terrorizing Jewish students. Well, hang on. In that circumstance, would we all be as comfortable with this, or is it the reality which was exposed by the mobs at Columbia, which is that for some reason Jews get treated differently to anybody else when it comes to this kind of thing? Because if that had been, honestly, white supremacists treating black students like that, they would be out the country in 10 minutes. In 10 minutes.
That is completely true.
What about if he had said all this at his green card interview? Would he have got a green card? No. No. If he said, I support a prescribed terror group in the United States, you're not coming in on a green card. All Marco Rubio is doing, it seems to me, is taking it back to that scenario and saying, well, if you'd been honest then, and by the way, he was dishonest on his green card application about other stuff, which is another part of the equation, which might in itself disqualify him from staying in the country. But the idea that he would have said, I support Hamas, I support a global intifada, I support the destruction of Western civilization, now give me a green card to come and live in America.
All right, I have to end it there.
The last bit. F off. Get out of here. We don't want you here in a democratic society. Now, Piers has got to open his eyes a bit more and start realizing that Mahmoud Khalil is Muslim, and there's a lot of Muslims in your own country, Piers, that actually support terror. Don't know if you've realized that, but you probably should open your eyes a little bit. And maybe he is. Maybe he's starting to open up and realize that, well, this mass immigration problem that's going on, I'm not holding out a great deal of hope, but for Piers Morgan, that is, but maybe, because he's an elitist. He's in the higher upper class echelons. So he's looking down most of the time. He's got a high pay ticket. So he's really okay, not really cared too much about the lower or the middle class earners, the ones that are actually really struggling, like what Tommy Robinson is shedding light on. Let's just say that. But when it comes to this sort of case in regards to Mahmoud Khalil, maybe he should open his eyes, Piers Morgan I'm talking about, a little bit more and realize that there's lots of Mahmoud Khalils in the UK. Lots of them that don't like Israelis, that don't like the Jewish people at all. They want them gone. And guess what? I want the Islamic individuals that hate this country, Australia, the UK, USA, every Western country, I want them out of here. Why is it they come here all the time? They think they can take over? No, thank you. No, we've got to stop bending over and protecting them because they're claiming to be peaceful people. Wake up and realize. Now, maybe Piers Morgan should actually also read the Quran, because there's lots of verses in the Quran, and Tommy Robinson tried to point this out to him. The Quran's got so many verses that, guess what, Piers? When it comes down to it, you probably wouldn't be around. If they were allowed to do the things that the Quran tells them to do, you probably wouldn't be around, Piers. Just saying. That's exactly what the book says. It's actually horrendous what's going on. And the fact that Mahmoud Khalil is now being deported is a good thing. Not a bad thing, it's a good thing. And the way that some people on the right were outraged that he was being deported, rather worrisome, if you ask me. Megyn Kelly created a brilliant video in response to the reactions of Mahmoud Khalil being deported. It's excellent. She responded with why he's actually being deported, not because of, oh, he wasn't there on the day, so it doesn't matter. No, it's a lot more deeper than that. And I've made several videos, so we don't need to get into right now. But anyway, I thought I would give you guys an update and I guess give credit where credit is due to Piers Morgan. It's important that people know that, yes, I have been critical of Piers in the past and even sometimes in the present, but there are certain things that I do agree with him on, just as much as I agree with Bill Maher on a couple of things as well. Anyway, you guys take care, be blessed, and I'll see you all in the next video.